Hey everybody, it's me. Here I am in my office. If you want to take a look at it, it's pretty nice. I've got I don't know if you can see that, but I got a water cooler over there. I've got some posters. I've got a map over there. So if you want to check it out, it's here for you to look at. If you come to my office, I'll even give you some water if you're thirsty. So please do come to my office if you ever need to. I'm using this as an opportunity to make an announcement about the required essay. And this is something you'll want to tune into, so this is good news. I'm only going to announce it here, so in class I'll just tell you to look at this posting. So if you have any questions about the original paper, I'll also indicate that you need to look at this posting. Anyway, there's a problem with this assignment only because of something I said at the beginning of the semester. I told you could either purchase the book or you could use the link that is available on the syllabus. The link is no longer available. It's been changed or taken down. The option I'm offering you is extra credit, up to 5% extra credit. Two things about this. One, it's extra credit, and you can earn up to 5%. Now, a lot of students will just turn something in and assume that they're going to earn 5% and come back to me and say, why didn't I get a B or an A in the class? I did the extra credit. I should have gotten 5%. You will get up to 5%. So it does require you still to put concerted effort into this if you're indeed looking for full credit or close to full credit for an assignment like this. So keep that in mind. The assignment has two options. One, you could write a paper. The paper assignment, the guidelines for it are available within the syllabus, so go there for those guidelines. If you have any questions about that, let me know. And do keep this in mind, even though it's extra credit, if that temptation of plagiarism comes into your mind, just recognize it's just a thought and watch it float away. If you do choose to plagiarize, it will be detected, and you will receive an F for the semester. So please, 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 I don't suspect anybody of ever plagiarizing, but it happens every single semester. Do not plagiarize. Don't be that student. Be the one that actually does the work and uses the thing that's inside the cranium. It's actually useful. The other option is to do a YouTube posting simulating a broadcast journalist. So this Silly as Slave depicts the story of a young woman, teenager basically, whose decision to kill her master caught national headlines. So your presentation will be that of covering the court case, covering the incident itself, and providing thoughtful analysis based on the text. So this is something you want to get on YouTube and make up by yourself. You want to read the book actually, so you can come up with thoughtful analysis of how it was affecting the country, and you want to do it in a voice that you're speaking to the people of that time, right? It's a little anachronistic because broadcast journalism didn't exist back then, but you're going to pretend that it did. But you'll be acting as a pundit basically, and covering the story in the best you can in about a 10-minute presentation. Again, it should be text-oriented, and again, do not plagiarize. Yes, you can plagiarize other people's voices even in a YouTube posting, and so if that's detected, you will receive an F for the semester. Easy fix, just don't do it, and you have nothing to worry about. All right? Okay, so that's that assignment. The other thing I want to bring to our attention is of how to succeed in this course. I've talked about this a few times in class. I really want to reiterate it. I want to underscore this because you guys can actually succeed in this course. A lot of you are succeeding in this course, but for those that are struggling in the course, I want you to know there's really no reason to struggle in this course unless you actually choose to struggle in this course. So if you're choosing to struggle in this course, that's too bad for you. It's not necessary. So if you don't want to struggle in this course, here are a couple of things that you can do to avoid struggling in this course. Keep up with the schedule. So let me go back. We are right for this coming week. We are going into the second week of October, the 6th through the 12th. So If you're not sure where to look, it's right there, 7th to the 11th, same thing. Oh, Sam Adams and the Birth of the Nation. Oh, catch up and read. Cool. So if you haven't read a few of these articles, it's time to go back and begin reading those articles. Please do this. If you haven't got to this lecture yet, please do. Click it right there. We get to Sam Adams and the beginning of colonial unity, or the birth of a nation. Here's the essay prompt, right? Discuss the role of propaganda in contributing to the development of colonial unification. Also, discuss Sam Adams' contribution to unification and his manipulation of society's mood. So that's the essay prompt. To respond to that essay prompt, you simply need to go through the learning objectives, right? So in each learning objective will constitute a paragraph to 2 paragraphs apiece. So what you want to do, sometimes up to 3. This actually, learning objective 3 might constitute up to 3 paragraphs. So just keep that in mind. Learning objective 1, this will be the beginning of your essay. Discuss the role of propaganda in contributing to the development of colonial unification. View this lecture here to respond to that essay prompt. Take notes. Use the index cards as flashcards once you've taken notes, right? Write the actual learning objective on one side, discuss the role of propaganda in contributing to the development of colonial unification, and on the other side, write a few notes down that will help prompt your memory about the specific details of that essay. When you're done with that learning objective, it's time to go to learning objective 2. Discuss how Sam Adams used the key events from the Stamp Act in 1765 until the Second Continental Congress of 1775. Right? So you have a timeline there, right, of about 10 years to manipulate society into America's war for independence. You have a timeline and you have a person there to focus on. Focus on what Sam Adams has done between the one event of the Stamp Act all the way to the Second Continental Congress. That's what you need to respond to there, and how he was able to manipulate society's mood towards for independence. Right? That's the task there. Take notes accordingly. Again, use the flashcards once you're done taking notes. You should be doing this with each essay because it's a lot of information to keep track of. And again, the index cards give you a nice way. So for every essay, you should have anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 cards per essay. And then you want to drill yourself regularly, right? It's advice a lot of students ignore for whatever reason. But if you do take me up on that advice, you will find that this class will be much more easier to succeed in. If you want to struggle in this course, again, that's a choice. Right? Learning objective 3. Listen to the interview. So you have to listen to this interview. You have to click this and listen to this interview. And identify at least 3 examples of either propaganda, war fervor, or revolutionary leaders manipulating the issues. Then identify a current event where you feel the press is manipulating the issue. Explain how propaganda is being used. Right? Learning objective 3. Learning objective 4, I'm putting this in here basically to underscore learning objective 3. Because a lot of people ignore, for some reason, the last couple of sentences of each learning objective. So if you're in the habit of ignoring the last couple of sentences, here it is, learning objective 4. Identify a current political issue and demonstrate how it either supported or was not supported by the use of propaganda. Be sure to identify the propaganda technique that you're identifying. And then down here are just some kind of fun things just to give you a sense of what propaganda is just through music, right? So these are a couple of songs that I've come across that really capture the essence and the danger of propaganda. Propaganda doesn't have to be dangerous, but if you're unaware of its pervasiveness and its effects, it can be very dangerous. But once you realize, oh, it's just part of the modern world, then it's not dangerous at all, because you recognize it when you see it. So I just want to reiterate these things that I've been talking about all semester of how to succeed in this course. There's no easy way around it. You have to address the learning objectives. And if you don't have one of these things, let me see if it's, yeah, if you haven't got one of these yet, get one of these things. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't do what the teacher was explaining as far as giving advice on how to succeed, right? If you want to succeed, it's a process. It's not magic thinking. You have to actually do the work. Doesn't mean you work hard and stay up every single night and kill yourself over this, but I mean, that's one option, actually. Some people do that. They actually grind themselves to the ground because they're not organized and they don't take the time to approach success with intelligence. Now, I'm not saying that intelligence in the sense that of innate intelligence, like that guy's really smart and he's always been smart, but an intelligence of cultivating strategy. And this is an incredibly helpful strategy for this course, and really any course. So please, please, please take my advice when I offer that kind of stuff, when any instructor offers that kind of thing. Because the reason is we've been in the situation you've been in. Some of us are in the situation you are in. A lot of your professors are actual students still. And so when they give advice, they're letting you know about things that worked for them and things that they've also saw work for other people. So if you're struggling in college, take the advice. The other advice, too, is to love the subject, right? Love history. Just love it. Just be loving to history. I love you, history. I love you. I love you, history. I love you. Just say that to yourself. I mean, you might even have to lie to yourself to do that. That's okay. You lie to yourself about all sorts of stuff. Lie to yourself about this, too. There's only about 2 months left of the semester, so lying to yourself for 2 months probably won't hurt you. In the end, it'll actually help you. So get excited about this. Just wake up and go, I cannot wait to go through the lectures about Sam Adams and the use of propaganda. It's so amazing because now I'll be able to recognize through this study of how propaganda affects me today. Wow, amazing. I can't wait till the midterm until I'm able to explain how propaganda is used and who Sam Adams was and this process of unification of the colonies. Oh, it is going to be so amazing. Right? Do it. Just do it. Right? It might seem silly, but it's far better than this choice. I can't believe I have to do this. Maybe if I just watch one lecture, it'll be okay. I can't. I just can't even watch any of it. It's so hard. I've got so many other things to do in my life. It's just so difficult. I think I'm going to take a nap. Right, that's a choice too. That's a choice. It's a choice that inevitably just wastes your time because you cultivate this self-defeating energy. Right? And you might as well not even be in college if that is your choice. So I suggest making your time worth something since you are here and you've devoted this much energy towards being here. If you're still sticking with this class, if you've still watched this video, cultivate that energy of love. Be loving to the subject of history. Be loving to your effort in this class. Fully engage in it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about the subject as far as advice and explaining what's going to happen with the extra credit with Celia Slave. The one thing I need to mention too, is since it is extra credit, that means 20% of the grade is going to have to be adjusted towards other parts of the class. Right? So keep that in mind. I will adjust the syllabus at a later point, probably sometime today. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And come to my office. I'll give you some water. Tastes good. It's a lot better than that benzene flavored STC water that we have here. If there's something wrong with the water here, don't drink it.